শুদ্ধ রাজনীতির জন্য, ভালোবাসা অথবা হিংসা, আমাদের মরণ বাঁচন, শয়নে স্বপনে জাগরণে তোমার মায়া আমার মমতা, বেঁচে থাকার কথা বলা, বেঁচে আছি শুদ্ধ রাজনীতির জন্য। আজাদি আমায় দিয়েছে সূর্যের আলো, সালোক সংশ্লেষ প্রক্রিয়া, কার্বন ডাই অক্সাইড, আর্সেনিকের জল, শুদ্ধ রাজনীতির জন্য। তবুও তুমি আমার মনের আনন্দ, প্রাণের আরাম, আত্মার শান্তি। শুধুই কি রাজনীতির জন্য? শুদ্ধ রাজনীতির জন্য।
Kishore Chakraborty trained as a sculptor, passionately involved in Marxist politics as a youth. Over the years, Chakraborty became terribly disillusioned with the games of politicking. In his expressions, he seeks to express his rage and deep disappointment. His preferred materials are very humble and low cost, which under his skillful transformative manipulations emerge as powerful statements. The Indian sculptor Kishore Chakraborty makes art that is steeped in tradition yet thoroughly contemporary in aspect. An introspective artist who reveres both nature and spirituality. Chakraborty feels that if he can cleanse himself after making a piece of art, he has attained a spiritual level within himself. Through his stark, direct works, Chakraborty initiates a dialogue with viewers, imploring them to look at the world as it really is. His works certainly raise many questions, but they do not provide easy answers. Politicking our way through life explores the seminal idea that lies at the heart of my artistic endeavor. Politics is an inevitable legacy that we inherit by birth. It ensnares our very existence and marks its presence through each quantum of thoughts and the innumerable series of actions and reactions that define our lives. But is it really a part of our DNA, a dubious double helix of warped ideology and skewed sensibilities? That only a superimposition on our original character can we rid ourselves of this superimposition, or are we bound to politics in eternal servitude? Is democracy the messiah to end this servitude, or the prodigal progeny that will entangle us further in a seemingly new manifesto of age-old Machiavellian maneuvers? His work is a realization of this struggle, this burning question that scars our existence. His self-awareness emerges from endless questions. Personal interrogations have impregnated his thinking with Ionian reflections that have crafted his artistic sensibilities to what they are today. Of these internal inquiries, the matter of democracy and what it means in the present social context assumes a larger-than-life character. The vastness of the subject cannot be summed up in any debate, nor can its scope be fully determined, but through his latest musing over the matter, artist Kishore Chakraborty has produced a body of art called Decoding Democracy, where he takes a close and brutal look at what has transpired in the name of people's power. An artist practicing over 30 years, Chakraborty is unforgiving cynic or a sharp realist. His introspective journey has revealed many truths. Each work is an acutely personal reflection born out of a gamut of intimate emotions that impugn Chakraborty's idea of democratic legacy. The idea behind them will change with each pair of eyes that sets on them. The two-dimensional work talks about scars. Scars, not wounds, depict the myriad emotional experiences of his journey that life has intricately etched in the form of scars. These scars are not wounds, but relics of a life well lived. A life that has braved many a reason and many a season. Artist says, I only know this form of expression which is close to my soul, I don't know anything else. Which is why he is only practicing his way of visual expressions without any expectation. He is teaching in a prestigious design school named IIAD in the heart of South Delhi, taking care of his regular bread and butter, and as I told you earlier that his work is not for the faint-hearted. What he presents are not inert pieces of artwork but potent manifestation of many moments of awareness, discernment, and consciousness that are a part of him. What is intriguing about Chakraborty is his interpretation of goddess Kali, a figure that has a special place and a powerful hold over his imagination. The tongue takes the form of the body with tiny arms appearing on top. His realization of his Kali sculptures is something that he learned slowly from sculptors of traditional icons. The artist's role as an active commentator has always inspired him to create works that look at the negativity of human attitude and behavior. At British Council show titled Lajja Relevant to Relevant. The urban dilemma, the crisis of regular killing, corruption, political or social, all these have made him pour out his feelings in this series of sculptures. He has created images that have been the result of issues that disturbed him as a human being. While he carries on the process of self-analysis, he also wants to give back to the society. The Lajja series has thought-provoking images that make the viewer question the world. In one piece, made from fiberglass, Chakraborty illustrates the birth of the animal in us through a goat emerging from the global womb of the universe. This work evokes images of an actual birth. In this sculpture, he is protesting against the animal instinct that has become rampant in our society, says the artist. I am ashamed of social ills. In the mirror, a flock of goats look on helplessly. The mirror reflects the multiplicity of animal instincts replete with socio-political and religious references. The white painted hot water bags titled Young at 51 is an ode to memories, wherein each memory is permanently marked on a hot water bag, a simple contraption to alleviate physical pains, Chakraborty explains. The hot canvas affords me the joy of reminiscence and balmy comfort that hot water bag provides. The hotness of the bag serves as a backdrop to my journey as a person who was unabashed, fiery, proud and equally intense in expressing elation and anguish. Terrorism, Inside Outside is another set of works. His preferred materials for sculpture include straw, jute rope, cheap cotton lining, all very humble and low-cost materials which under Chakraborty's skillful transformative manipulations emerge as powerful statements against corruption, terrorism, and greed. Chakraborty oeuvre includes gigantic hand-colored prints of black and white photographs, all from the city of his birth, Kolkata. In his art, he seeks to express his rage and deep disappointment.
This is my new experience and new expressions, and it is based on our old ancient, the entire work. Basically I am working on that our ancient Vedic mantra, Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishvate. It means you are the fullness, there is a fullness, and here is a fullness. From the fullness is born. Remove the fullness from the fullness, and the fullness alone remains. This ancient Vedic mantra is that the whole creation constitutes one whole unit. Each and every particle, living or non-living, represents the same whole unit. Based on these, I am trying to express myself because it's a new situation for me. It's a new, another life I have started for last 2.5 years. So my realization is different, and my approach towards my expression is completely different. So basically, now I am teaching. Yes, I am stitching my different situations in my expressions. How I have conceived this teaching? Teaching means to me, basically it's a philosophy, it's a memory. Stitching means certainly compromise, stitching means survive, stitching means capture form, stitching means addition, stitching means part to full, stitching means complete, stitching means to leave, stitching means attachment, stitching means relation, stitching means bond, stitching is visible, stitching is invisible too, stitching truth and stitching lie, stitching sacred, stitching collaborates, stitching beauty, stitching means continuity. Stitching is a tradition, it's a scar, it's healing, it is resurrection, and it is a connection too.
Basically, there is no story in his works. It's a concept or a statement what he wants to share with his viewers. Yes, the color red is the hero of his work and binds these themes together. It is his language of choice that holds and communicates his experiences, his angst, his elation, and all that his art reveals, consciously and subconsciously. Kishore says red is my aura, red is my medium, and red is my abstraction through which I comprehend, assimilate, and explain the human condition.
সীমান্তে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি একা, নৈশব্দের কোলাহল আমায় আরো একাকী করেছে। একটা রেখা, একটা বিশ্বাস, একটা রেখা আমি তুমি, ভাগ করেছে জাত, ভাগ করেছে পাত। বলবান রেখার বিশ্বাসে ভাগ হয়েছে পরিবার, গড়ে উঠেছে দল, জন্ম নিয়েছে রাজনীতি। সীমান্তে দাঁড়িয়ে আমি একা, নিঃশ্বাসের আওয়াজ স্তব্ধতা ভঙ্গ করছে বারবার। ছোট্ট রাতের লম্বা কাহানি সেই কখন শুরু হয়েছিল। রাত শেষের প্রহর গুনছি, দাঁড়িয়ে আছি সীমান্তে এখনো একা।